Hello everyone, this is Pat with Angel Divination with our daily oracle card reading and message for Wednesday the 15th of August 2012. For today's reading, I'm going to be calling on the Angel Tarot deck. I haven't used this one in a while, and I don't tend to use it as often because I'm not as familiar with Tarot as a deck in general, but it is a beautiful deck to work with, and it encompasses all of the archangels and all the elemental realms, so there's really lots to get from this deck. Now, before we get to the reading, I do feel like we're going to see we may see some pretty major world events go on this week. It's just that gut feeling that I have that, and maybe some of the other readers have it too, that something's up in the world. We may see big changes coming about in very short order. So let's see what these messages have brought us today. So the first card that kind of jumped out of the deck was this Five of Earth. And the earth element in this deck, I think, sort of represents our day-to-day, things that come up in the minor arcana, which is part of what this is. It represents the more earth-related, day-to-day, material needs, things like that. Now, the Five of Earth, on this card it says, fears surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, uncertain self-employment. Now, as I look at the card has has quite a bit of a darker element in the front, and there is a castle in the background. Okay, so it may suggest that there's some issues that you may have been struggling with, either directly or indirectly related to money and finances, concerns, things of that nature, it may be that there's been too much of a preoccupation with concern about the how. Maybe you've been saying prayers or asking for help with it, but there's been a preoccupation with the how could this come about, and where is it going to come from, what have you. And what this card is suggesting is to look at the fact that there is light at the end of the tunnel. The destination is right there, and that there's these little things here. These are like lamps along the way to guide you to the path, and there's actually a variety of animals in this well, it's not a photo, but in this painting. There's a hawk, there's a little bird in front that are help that is available to you, and that's what the card says, the wisdom to accept help from others. So, and the card is indicating that it's right there. You might feel like you're down here on the trail, maybe in the darkness, not able to see, how you're going to get to that end result or how your prayer is going to be answered. But it's there nonetheless. It is there. And there is guides along the way to help you get there. And a lot of times our help in the material world, help that we've prayed for, does most often come through other people. We all love to have that idea of instantaneous, manifestation. I know I love that idea for certain things. But the truth is, when we call on God and the angels for help, a lot of times that help comes through other people and situations in the material world. So, and this card too, the theme of it does indicate that help is at hand. And it may be very much right in front of you. You're not very far off from whatever your goal is or whatever you've prayed and asked for help with. The other card that came out, which was kind of a similar message, was the Four of Water, and it says, missing an opportunity, discontentment or boredom, open your eyes to the possibilities. And as I understand, the water element has to do with the emotions. And if you look at the image on this card, it's like the mermaid, which Doreen has used to represent this element in this deck. She's kind of staring down at these cups right here, but she's not opening her eyes to this beautiful golden one right there. And what this suggests is that the answer that you're looking for, or the answer to your prayer, or whatever you've asked for help with, may be right in front of you. And it's urging you to open your eyes and really take a look. sometimes it's very easy when if we become preoccupied with a problem, that's just it. We're preoccupied with it being a problem. We're preoccupied with what we don't have, which is the solution. So it prevents us sometimes from seeing the opportunities and the help that is there for us. And a lot of times it's right there in front of us, but we just, haven't been able to see it. But again, this card is indicative of a positive outcome. The answer is there for you. It's right in front of you. And again, it says open your eyes to the possibilities. And again, there's a message of be willing to accept help as it's offered or given to you. Let me see if there's any other messages that go along with it. Although it's pretty straightforward. Both of them are indicative of a positive outcome. I'm having trouble spitting out my words today. Yeah, it says the solution you're seeking is right in front of your face. So, positive forces are working to assist you now. So open your eyes to the possibilities and accept the help that's offered to you. So try not to get too distracted or discontented, and ask the angels for help with opening yourself up to see where it is. So now the final card that came out for today is the Ten of Air, and it says the end of a difficult situation, embrace the change and expect things to get better now, recovering from an addiction. And I feel like with the herd of the unicorns that have come in here, it's kind of like the cavalry has arrived. Maybe that's not the right wording, but this is the help that's arriving for you. So, it sort of represents, the end of the struggle for you that you may have been asking for help with. And, maybe it's a concern that it has truly been generated today, although yesterday's cards indicated that there was a need for both a balance of introspection and independence, and I felt with the Bast card, the goddess Bast, there was a need to break free from some situation that was very constricting for you, and that may have been possibly moving to, from employment to self-employment. Hello, Stripey. Hello. Come on, I got away. And so this card is sort of a follow-up to that. It says the end of a difficult situation. So, perhaps whatever you were breaking free from is now, the situation is coming to an end. But it did stir up all these concerns and fears that were shown here. So, it's about accepting and embracing the changes within you, within the world, with what's going on. There's a new normal coming in. Expect things to improve and get better for you. And, recovering from an addiction of any kind, it does indicate an improvement in a situation. So, but it is a bit of a journey. And, but you have a whole herd, this is like a whole herd of unicorns here. And unicorns bring that magical, ethereal element to us. And they always add a heightened spiritual energy to the message that, and their presence brings that heightened magical energy to things. So, it feels like, yes, there is a prayer that's being answered for you in terms of a difficult situation you may have been dealing with, where, or something that may have maybe it became a little bit of a struggle or a challenge because of your own fears about moving into this new area. I know that's a challenge for all of us. We can see the area we want to get into, but there's a lot of fears and trepidation that come up for us, and that lends to us procrastinating about doing things. I know I've struggled with that myself. So this has to do, and some of the other card readers on here on YouTube have had similar messages. I know Robinette Conscious Dreamer got the Archangel Jeremiel card about overcoming difficulties. I think Angel Steve got the answered prayer card today. So there really is that energy of completion today, and things, you know, being hopeful and having a positive outcome. My cards don't want to stand up. All right. But anyways, those are our messages for today. I hope you have a lovely Wednesday. And maybe your struggle is just getting through the middle of the week. I'm just teasing. But anyways, have a lovely Wednesday, and I look forward to speaking with you again soon. Thank you, everyone.